Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Muzza's Manic Machines. What I've been doing last couple of months is just slowly, and I mean very slowly, is putting this corner piece in. This was what, if by memory, that's what it looked like. All the holes, all the rust, holes, more rust. So that piece used to live there. I took this piece off the parts wagon I've got, and I've obviously cut this piece out here as well. I'll show you that down here. So this piece looks like, just my pants are caught up on the car, bear with me for a sec. So that's the original piece that used to live in there, like so. And basically that's what it looks like. So I've taken that out. For those of you that have been following me on TikTok, I made this piece to go into here. That sits in there nicely there. And so there's going to be some spot welds along here. That's going to be welded across there, and I'll make some plates next along there. This has all been spot welded back up here. Welded along here, welded along here, and hang on, just working on the exposure. It's a bit dark to see. There we go. And then welded down through in here as well. Okay, so what I'll be carrying on today with is I'm going to weld this piece in. I'm going to spot weld along here and put a few tacks in there, and then I'm going to start making up the side pieces to go in and fill all this in as well. So that's what I'll be working on over the next couple of days. Once this is done, I can either go start working on the car on below down here, or I have to go over to the other side. It's a bit hard to see, but there's some rust over there. So I'll probably do the other side of the plenum, get that piece, 'cause I want to get the parts car off the front lawn, and then I can put the plenum back on, and that completes the plenum, and then I can carry on going around the car as was first planned. All right, so I might try and clamp this up in a position. Oh, that's not going to hold. I might just go old school. Oh, what it's doing is putting a nice curve on this though for me, which I'm happy about. But I might go old school and just weld these up freehand. See how we go. There's a thunderstorm coming too. Alright, that's tacked in. So one, you can move around. Two, as you know, you can't move around then. Here goes nothing. I should probably put a glove on, but we'll be right. Alright, we're on our way. So now, I'm going to put a tack here and a tack there. One there. We'll do one here. Oh, that's solid. Let's do three, because I'm having fun. Alright. That's in there now. I've only been working on this for several months, so it's good to finally get to this stage. I am really happy. Really happy. That part we can push down. All I'll do is I'll grind this down later. I'll put some Sikaflex over it, and then this will all get painted to stop the rust forming. So I'll just do these spot welds here. Not the best earth by the sounds of it, does it? That's really solid. And I've got a thunderstorm coming. Got a thunderstorm coming now. Never really like using electrical equipment. Looks pretty bad out there. So let's go and turn this off. Oh, before we do, I'll show you. We've got a few other projects on the go. Got the Harley right there. Got a few things happening there. Got a 93 Capri, and we've got a 91 Ford Laser, or for the Americans Ford Mercury, TX3 4-wheel drive turbo over there as well, which we'll be working on. So lots and lots of content to be coming. So I've cut this piece of cardboard out. It's going to sit here. I've marked out where there's a kick up coming up to here, and I've just got to measure that height there, which is 6 mil. I'll come up 6 mil there and cut that, and then I can go from there. So basically all you got to do is start slowly using this cardboard piece, which is just a square piece. Start cutting out your shapes in it. There's a bit of an angle here, and work out how I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and do it in one piece going across. If I have to, because there's a lip here where the joint is, so I've got to weld actually underneath. So it's going to be a little bit rough for the plenum, but we've got to weld underneath here. So, or just right along this edge. That's going to be the hard part. So I'll just start doing a shape, put it in, trim it around if I need to, and then go from there. So I'll go and quickly put 5 mil on here. There we go. And I need somewhere straight, so I'm just going to go over to my bench and I'll be back. Okay, so I've trimmed 5 mil off there to where the kick was, and not really, yeah, it's going to work out okay. So it ends up kicking this out, like see how this is actually curved this way now. It's coming out towards the back of the car, it's not coming out straight. So I need to trim some off this bottom piece to allow it to swivel. Or what we'll do, I think the easiest is going to be is to cut a little bit more off this edge there. Right, we're back. A little bit more trimming. I'll just bring the scissors and do this freehand. That's looking a lot better actually. A lot better. Okay, I can work with that. So all I do is needs a bit of a little bit of an angle cut, just a slight one. Hopefully I haven't gone too much. That'll work. And then I can put these in to there. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll just show you how it's looking at the moment. I'll take you off. So that's how it looks there, and then the front part I'm trying to line up with a curve, so I'll have enough space to be able to panel beat that section there, and everything else is going to line up nicely. So that is going to look, once it's in, and I'll panel beat a little bit of a curve into there, but that's going to look pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'll just go and mark the back edge of this and where I'm going to slice it here, shape it up, and then maybe transfer it onto a piece of metal, and we'll see if I cut it or might go have a coffee. See how I feel. And that, we started with this big piece like so, and a little bit on the extra which I chucked. That's gone. Little angle piece has been cut down here, and when I sit it in here, it will give me the nice piece. It's going to look pretty good. Let's give you a closer look. So that is how it's going to look there, and then on the front there I'll be able to push that in. I'll be able to panel beat that with a ball peen hammer when I'll put some tack welds like down there, panel beat it in, and then put another tack down there and do a bit of, I'll just panel beat with the ball peen hammer as you go across this way and putting tacks top and bottom, top and bottom, top and bottom, work your way through. Then I'll be able to get a nice weld along top and bottom, and we'll replicate along here as well. Let's see what we got. Just having a think. This has got some curves and angles that way and curves this way. I'm going to go have a coffee, watch the thunderstorm, and I'll be back. Can't start grinding out there where I usually grind because the Harley's in the way and the Capri's in the way, and it's raining, so I don't want to take him out. So I've set up outside here. Don't need a lot of space when you're doing this sort of stuff. I've just set this up over here. Hopefully you can see what's going on down there. So I've just marked it out in this sheet and just grinding away. I'll just go get the flapper disc and clean it up. Always take the battery out when you're changing that. Let's see how it fits. Alright, this is the piece here. I didn't mark which way was the right way, so I think that's it there. That's come up really well, actually. That's come up really well. Ah, Muzza, you've done it again. So if I push this in where it's supposed to go, you can see it's all lined up neatly and nicely, and that's going to weld up really nice through there, and I'll be able to get a nice weld in there. Ball peen that a little bit. I think I'll put a tack here first, right there, to get this corner right, or maybe the corner in there. Ball peen that down a little bit, that bit there, and then tack there, and then push in the middle, and then work my way across. That's going to come up really, really good. Really happy with that. Really happy. Here we go. So the whole idea is get this piece tacked in because it can move. This sheet can warp a little bit, and then I'll start working on this back edge. Once all the pieces are tacked in, then we can get everything welded up properly. So I'm going to start with a weld up here in the corner, do another one here, and then do another one down here. I think that's going to be what I might be able to get the ball peen hammer into that one. So yes, I'm not wearing gloves, I know. That's where we want it. Okay, I've got two nice tacks. I'll put another one down here before I hit it. There. Just going to hit this bottom piece a little bit to give it a curve. I've got to go find my hammer. I'll use the chipping hammer. I'll do. This will give it a nice square edge. Hot. That's a silly move. Alright, that's doing pretty good. Now I can put a little weld down there and then start pushing that in and keep moving across. and just put a couple of tacks and get that nice and strong. The welder. Pretty good there. This is old metal here. I have cleaned it up as best as I can. It's going to bubble and squeak a little bit, but it's going to be alright. Right, and that piece is in. We'll just put a few more tacks in now. That was a good tack, that one. Knock them down nicely, but that is feeling solid again. That's feeling really good. Like I can, only for tacking, whole car's moving. I don't have to GoPro shot, but I can move the whole car. That is really, really good. So now onto the back part, tack that in, and then we're welding, tacking, grinding, get this piece done, we're moving. A bit more template cutting. So I've got this file sanded the other day and the cardboard's like probably 0.2, 0.3 thick. It's perfect for what we need. You can probably hear the storm in the background. I'm going to try and do this in one piece. I'll see how it goes. What's going on there? Let's cut it there. Need to work out some heights here. Some lowest point there. Maybe I'll try and going to get all the way other than a little piece down the end, which that's fine. I can make a little piece down there. So we need to put a mark in here, and then that there, to that there. I'm going to cut that line there. Sometimes you make a template and it takes you a few goes, other times you get it right the first time. I'm going to cut some more off from here. That's starting to look better. It's not looking too bad actually. Now I've got to side where this has got a bit of a wobble, so I have to put a because I've used this piece, it allows a bit of flex, so we might have to redo a little bit here and there. It's come out really good actually, that one there. I have to do a bit of shaping, but I think I can make this work. It's easier to bend on the cardboard than it is metal, but I think if I use a ball peen hammer here to bend it, and a ball peen hammer here to get that curve, and a little bit in this side, I think I want to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. So, do I need that height? That's the question I'm asking myself. So I can pretty much cut this down too, so I'm not using as much material as I don't need. Nearly got the shape here in with the Nearly got this piece actually sitting underneath nicely. And then it comes out. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just slowly shaping it. I was going to weld it on top, but I've just started shaping it so it's going to match up really neatly. And then there's the curves that we need to match. As you can see, so a little bit of panel beading, a little bit of curvature needed here and there, but I should be able to get that. Let's see if we can mount this here. Let's see what I'm doing. There we go. You can see everything I'm doing now. All I'm doing is lining it up to that there. That needs a little bit of a trim, but I'll leave that for later. Now it's trying to get so we're right. So I'm right up to here, to there. I need to trim, start trimming down to about here. So about something like that. Mightn't work, I mightn't get it right the first time, but let's just see. And then this little patch down here, I'll have to make something up. It's just more of a complex curve. I think I've bitten off a little bit more than I can chew here at the moment. Right there. I'm going to cut out the shape, mark the shape up so it's all ready to go. And just going to try and cut it up as best as I can. get rid of this bit of metal before someone cuts themselves. It's starting to look a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle piece. Alright, so got the flapper disc back on. Just going to clean it up because I need it not sharp at all because I'm going to be using my fingers on this, bending it and shaping it. Right, so my plan was it was that way. Just to start bending from that point here. So I'm going to put some marks in. So I needed to bend that way. As you can see, it's not lined up as well as I wanted to, but I think I've got to get a bend in here. So I've just got to get a curve started. And I'll just try and follow this curve on top here. If it's too much for now, that's alright, I can fix it. So that went a bit too much, I can reshape it a little bit. And we're getting it. See how it's starting to sit in nicely. So now I've got to do this. It's a bit hard to see, but I'm actually getting it to sit. So I've gone a little bit wonky there with that cut there, but I can fill that in with a welder. I've got the shape nearly working out, but I've got to get the inner S piece going in. So I'm just going to put a mark where I want that, and then I'm going to try and push this inwards. So you can probably see the shape that I'm starting to get. Starting to form. I need to kick that a little bit more there. Doesn't matter if you bend a bit too much, you can always fix it up a little bit more. So I want to bring this bend a little bit more. I want to bend this one in that little bit more because it's got a really sharp bend here. Just trying to find something I can bend it on. I'll just use the camera might wobble a bit, but so that's more of a bend now. Doesn't matter if you go too far, fix it up. It's coming good. bend here. And this has got a curve at the end. There's so many curves, but it's a lot of fun. So close. The tail off because it was kinking. You couldn't get it to flex. Remember I said the cardboard had that flex in it? Had the flex, so that stuffed me up. But that's alright, I can put that in. So I'm just trying to get it to sit in sort of nicely now. And it's pretty much where I want it to be. I'll just need to get this section here really kinked and curved. Left a bit of a gap there, but I should be able to work that one out. Looking at that, I can make that work. I can definitely make that work. I might tack that in. That doesn't look too bad. There's a few little gaps here and there, but that is going to look alright once welded up, so I'm pretty happy with that. Down here, in here is going to be fun to weld, but I think we should be alright. I should be alright. I think that's right to tack, so I might put some tacks in. There is a thunderstorm going. I'm going to leave it tonight. Don't like welding in thunderstorms. So I'm happy where I'm at right now. So I'm going to pack up and come back to it tomorrow. So we had a bit of break, have a think. This is all ready to go. I've just got to scuff up some of the treatment so I can weld to it. We'll clean this up a little bit. Right, so that's the final shape that I ended up with. So don't need any fancy tools for this, really. think if I tack there, yeah, we'll push it in. So we're going to put a tack here and a tack there. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'll put a nice tack here. Oh, and I'll proceed to put a hole in it. There's a couple of little tacks in there. Okay, it's tacked in. There's a lot more work to be done, but it's good to be tacked in. I'm happy with that. A little bit of a hole here to fill up, but a little bit of a hole there, but I can patch all that up. It's going to look alright. So now we've got to just bring that across there. I've got to fill in this piece here. Just here. I'll come to here and then I'll do this curve last. So I'll get some I'll go get some paper and I'll start marking that out. Look, here's some I made earlier. Just got to cut that straight. I might just fold that over that. That should work. So just having a look to see how I'm gonna, it's gonna have a bit of a twist to it. And I think just triangle off that there. I'm just making it up as I go, as we do. There's no set patterns or anything. It's just make it up as you go. Worked out well. I can probably just put that over the top and that'll be nice. I might put a little piece in there. just a V piece in there. Okay, that's my piece now. My next one. Now I've got to do a bit of curving, so maybe a little bit on this. Maybe a little bit, not so much there. A little bit more here. What is it? Always the ends are always the difficult part. Trim a little bit more on the edge there, I think. Twist this a little bit. Give it a little twist. It's starting to get there. I've just got a bit more of a twist. All I'm doing is twisting it, so doing that. So I can twist around the corner. Just got to put a little bit of kink there. I know it's not a hammer, but it works. Probably feed that in like so, and that's, I'm going to put this one on top just because there's so many pieces, and then what a funny feeling I was doing this backwards. Yeah, Mario stuff. I was going to stuff this one up. I was doing it backwards, so I'll just twist everything back to how it was. So you can make a mistake, go back, redo it. Twist it some more. That's right, and then I've got to bend this a little bit here. Work the bend, the shape. It's too much of a bend. I need to twist this as well. I think I've twisted it the wrong way. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. Doesn't work one way, just twist it the other way. And I've got it spot on straight away. So that's going to work well there. And I'm thinking is to tack I need to get the grinder and just trim this corner here. Well, it was just hitting the bottom. It's hot. Ooh, it's hot now. So just need to give it a little bit of a bend here. I think if I tack that in there, and I'll be able to work my way around and then hammer that down, it's going to come out really, really good. It looks a bit of patchy, but once there's some Sikaflex on it and urethane on there, it's just going to come up really nice. So I'll clean that up. And I'm doing that. There's just too many cuts and bits and pieces, so I prefer to just have it over the top and get it nice. Can't remember where I put my piece. Oh, just got to clean that bit up too. It's just changes shape a little bit when it gets a bit of heat in it. So, and I want to do this for strength because I've added this piece here. So if I overlap it, I can get a really good weld in there, and I'll be happy with it. So if I sit that like that and get a weld, tack this in. I've got to hold, got to try and hold it so it's going to weld but not move, and get a tack on it. Now I need to go get, I'm doing this left-handed. If you don't like it, set it up again. Try and hold it with my left hand. Tack it with my right. Okay, it's the first tack in. Very thin metal. Alright, so I've been slowly welding this bit by bit. Just doing a weld, let it cool, weld, let it cool, come over here, do a section, move across. I got the flap disc out, cleaned it up, so finally that section's done. Some of the bits that I've pulled out of the car, just so you can see again. Like, that's what was in there before, like Swiss cheese. That was the tray of the plenum. It was just completely wasted. So finally this is done. So I'm going to end the video on this now. I'm going to carry on with some smaller pieces down there. I'll either go down there and do this bit here, or I'll go and do the piece over there. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was daunting to start with. It's taken a little while to get done, but I'm really happy with the result and how it's turned out. It's just piece by piece. You don't have to have a lot of experience. Don't need any machinery. As you saw, I bent it with my hands, most of it, or used other shapes to make up the pieces. So hit the like button if you like it. Subscribe. There's more videos coming. Like I said, there's other projects going on, but I'm going to go hammer and tongs on this XP at the moment. All right, thank you, beautiful people. Talk to you soon.